You've seen them. Dollar stores dot the landscape. They offer bargains, to be sure. But overall, are they a deal or no deal? A question which helps explain why Fort Worth passed new restrictions on them just this past week. Our cover story is reported by Allison Aubrey of National Public Radio.
Moville, Iowa is part of the nation's breadbasket, so it's a bit of a surprise that it's not easy to buy fresh food in this town of 1,600. In 2016, the discount retailer Dollar General opened next door to the local grocer.
When Dollar General first come in, right away our business probably dropped 15–20%.
Chet Davis is still in the grocery business,
Is your change, man?
but he says his Moville location just could not compete. It's one example in a nationwide controversy about the increasing influence dollar stores can have not only on where we shop, but also on what we eat. Moville's Dollar General does not sell fresh fruits or vegetables or meats, but it does have lower prices on just about everything else.
Some people might look at this situation and say, dollar stores are selling what people want at cheap prices. That's competition.
Yep,
Sorry.
and competition is good, but we're not talking competition where we're on an even playing field. So at the volume that they buy, you're under their thumb.
With the grocery closed, most of Moville now drives 30 minutes to Sioux City for a head of lettuce. And down the road in Correctionville, the local grocer also closed after Dollar General opened there too. In the struggle between Main Street and corporate America, the concern was once Walmart.
In town after small town, Main Street is going out of business. Stunned by a huge and controversial discount retailer, shopkeepers call
5, 13, 14, 15.
the merchant of death.
Today, the focus is on dollar stores. Consider this, there are now more dollar stores in the U.S. than Starbucks and McDonald's combined. 30,000 of them. As many brick-and-mortar retailers struggle, dollar stores have quietly expanded to nearly every town in America. And bargain hunters love them.
I'm just delighted. I get happy every time I come here. I feel like, oh, somebody's gonna change the price any minute now.
There are three major chains. Family Dollar, located mostly in cities. Dollar Tree, the only store where everything is actually a dollar. And Dollar General, now the largest retailer in the country when it comes to the number of stores, 16,000.
Our stores have that option available to be able to run in, get it, and really get out.
I'm looking over your shoulder here. These cards, 2 for $1?
Absolutely.
Greeting cards, 2 for $1. Wow.
Dollar General spokesperson Crystal Gusemi says they've added 1,000 new stores over just the last year.
Our core customer has about a $40,000 or less total household income, and we know that they are shopping us from very rural areas to metropolitan areas all over the country.
In many communities, the dollar store is a real asset, a convenient place to grab detergent or batteries. But in some small towns and urban areas, the dollar store is also the closest thing to a grocery store. And this can be a problem.
If you could talk to the executives of dollar stores, what would you say to them?
Shame on you. You're killing America just so you can get richer.
Wow, that's a pretty strong statement.
Yeah, they have a model that is a brilliant model to make quick bucks off the backs of our health.
For years, Barry Popkin has warned Americans about the dangers of too much sugar and soda. Now, the professor of nutrition at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill is concerned about dollar stores.
They're adding 1,000 a year.
At a time when poor diets are linked to nearly 900 deaths a day in this country, Popkin says, look at what dollar stores sell. Rows and rows of sugary drinks, candies, and processed foods high in salt and fat.
Increases their risk of heart disease mortality, cancer mortality, diabetes, obesity. This is the worst food that they can be eating.
So is this exacerbating the health problems of the demographic that's shopping there?
Yes, it's adding to the health crisis that that lower income America faces. And that's Black, Hispanic, and white America all shop in these stores.
Consider DeKalb County, Georgia, near Atlanta.
How many dollar stores do you have here in DeKalb County?
Currently, we have a total of 68 Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General stores within this district.
County Commissioner Lorraine Cochran Johnson says 25% of people in DeKalb County live in a food desert. That's a low-income area with limited access to supermarkets. She worries there are just too many dollar stores in these neighborhoods.
They tend to highly saturate areas. When you look at the pattern of growth of the dollar store, as well as the areas that have the highest levels of obesity, hypertension, high blood pressure, there is a direct correlation.
You see that in your data.
We see that in the data.
That's one reason why Fort Worth, Tulsa, Birmingham, New Orleans, and Kansas City, among others, have already passed restrictions on where new dollar stores can open. And as you might imagine, dollar stores oppose these measures.
Ultimately, when you stifle competition, the customer hurts the most. And I think it gives us an opportunity to provide economic impact through jobs and to be able to really help the communities.
As for the impact the stores have on what we eat, the big three chains say they're not grocery stores. But Dollar General's Crystal Gusemi says their stores do offer healthy options.
So we've got frozen vegetables. We have all-natural chicken from Tyson.
So the healthy options sort of sit side by side with some really not as healthy items. There's curly fries underneath the broccoli cuts. There's breaded butterfly shrimp.
It goes back to the customer's choice to be able to make their decision. And we have the options that should they want to be able to eat healthfully, they can do so with Dollar General's help.
Dollar General is adding fresh produce to some of its stores, but so far, that's only 3%. As for its competition, Dollar Tree, which also owns Family Dollar, the company declined our request for an interview, but in a statement points out they, quote, complement and operate side by side with grocery stores. Back in western Iowa, grocer Chet Davis has one last store open in the town of Kingsley. But it's unclear for how long. Dollar General is building a new location here, too.
Are you worried?
Oh, definitely.
You are essentially asking people to come into your store and pay a little extra so that you can stay in business. Is that a hard sell for people in your community?
Oh, that's definitely a hard sell because everybody's trying to save some money. It's up to the people of the community to really think hard and decide what they want. It's completely up to them.